What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be doing a spotlight on actor slash comedian that I was a big fan of growing up. And if you're a fan of this guy too that I'm about to talk to, you hit that like button down below, you subscribe here to Tully Television, and let's get into the spotlight today of Paul Rubin, who died at the time of this recording yesterday, July 30th, due to a fight with cancer that took his life. At this current time, there's no news on what type of cancer it is. He was 70 years old at the time of his passing. I just want to give you a little bit of his background. He was born August 27th, 1952. Died July 30th, 2023. He was born in Peekskill, New York, which isn't too far from where I live. I'm not saying he lived there or anything. I'm just saying he's from there. Paul Rubin himself, as an actor, had appeared in many movies like Below, like Cheech and Chong's next movie. He did, I think, voice acting in the Smurfs movie, The Blues Brothers, Back to the Beach. He had a cameo in Batman Returns, Mystery Men, Accidentally in Love. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the television show, but how I primarily knew him was through his character as Pee Wee Herman, through his movies and television show. His first movie, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, was the movie about where his bike was stolen by Francis, and Pee Wee goes on this long journey of discovering who he is, making new friends, all while trying to find his most awesome bicycle. He also did Pee Wee's Big Holiday and Pee Wee's Playhouse, the movie. But like I said, there was also a television show called Pee Wee's Playhouse that ran for 5 years, and this show was insane. Okay, there was talking chairs, talking robots, talking Etch-a-Sketch machines. There was a puppet by the name of Randy, and he had various friends that would come over, like Cowboy Curtis, Miss Yvonne, the King of Cartoons. There used to be kids that would come over and hang out. He would have the objects in his refrigerator come to life and put on little shows in the refrigerator. He had an ant colony. He had toys that would come to life. A pterodactyl that would come in and hang out with him. This show was such a classic for kids, and I think that anyone who's grew up around that time or has rediscovered the show as an adult, I hope that at least as an adult you can enjoy a little bit of the doobage with that, because it really adds to the experience, most definitely. And a little urban legend I heard throughout the years was that some of the characters in this show, whether it be like the puppets or the live human characters, some of them were named after adult film stars. And with names like Missy Vaughn and Chicky Baby and Cowboy Curtis, I would almost believe that to be true. Like I said, I ran 5 years, had 3 movies attached to the character, and that the character initially made its debut at the Roxy Theater in LA, and wound up being an HBO special. And he was also part of the Groundlings comedy troupe, which is like an improvisational comedy troupe that tries to entertain people through various skits and stuff like that, and through improv. So he kind of came from that background of being able to improv and everything. And even when he would do just characters that weren't Pee Wee Herman, but just Paul Rubin himself playing the character, he's had some interesting roles. One of my 2 of my favorite roles from him was in Mystery Men and in the movie Blow with Johnny Depp, where he plays basically a drug dealer in the movie. There was a scandal with Paul Rubin in the early 90s where he got caught in a nudie theater choking the good old chicken, so to speak. And he got caught, which I'd like to know who called the cops on him, because my thoughts always were on those movie theaters that, at the nudie ones anyway, that it was pretty relaxed, so to speak, a relaxed environment. You wouldn't think that a movie theater that shows basically porno movies, that someone would be mad at him sitting by himself and jaying off, especially if it was dark in the theater. And I'm not advocating for public masturbation or anything like that, but I'm just kind of surprised that in that type of environment he had gotten into trouble. But he did. And as part of the plea arrangement, he had to do a PSA for drugs as Pee Wee Herman, and I guess they couldn't really have him do a PSA about masturbating in the movie theaters as Pee Wee Herman. So kids, if you ever get yourself in a movie theater, don't pull out your willy, which is sound advice for anybody. But yeah, they had him do a PSA about crack, which was weird, because I don't know if crack was necessarily the reason why he had decided to cat scratch fever himself, you know. But he was able to recover from that slip up and keep his nose clean for the most part, and continue to entertain people for decades and decades. And it's really a shame to see the guy go. But what can you do? Father Time waits for nobody. And if you're definitely looking to do some sort of Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman binge watching, I would suggest either binging like the first couple of seasons of the show Pee Wee's Playhouse, or definitely do Pee Wee's Big Adventure, where the bike gets stolen. And Pee Wee's Big Holiday I liked a lot too. I thought that was pretty entertaining. That came out in 2016 on Netflix, so that's pretty old too now at this point. But just wanted to make a video about Paul Rubens and the impact he had on my life, and being comfortable with yourself enough to be weird and fantastical and to let your imagination run away with you. I usually find that people who try to stay in a childlike frame of mind like, say, Paul Rubens through this character. There was probably some trauma that happened early in his life, because it would stunt you with certain things emotionally, mentally, and I can definitely relate to that too, because certain tragedies and traumas that have happened to me has stunted me emotionally with certain things. But yeah, I just think that the Pee Wee's character was great. I just thought the whole get up was smart. He was clever with his comedy, and just really comedic talent all around. And I think that he'll be sorely missed by many, many people. You let me know what your favorite Paul Rubin movie is down below, or your favorite Pee Wee Herman moment or movie moment down below yourself. And until next time, peace, Snookums. And don't forget, the secret word of the day is Tully Television.
Everybody!